It is ready, talk boxing time. I am your host, Mr.A, the Double RT Boxing Show. Thank you for your time and support. Thank you for tuning in. Is Jojo Diaz ready for the stage? Is Mr. Gary Russell time to make a statement? This is his biggest opportunity since the Lomachenko loss. Now, even though Joseph Diaz, or Joseph Jojo Diaz, however you want to say it, really hasn't got that name on his resume, he has a nice following, I guess, in the boxing world, a nice hot prospect. And will this be so for Gary Russell to dethrone whatever Golden Boy built up with him? 26-0, 14 KOs, southpaw, 162 rounds of experience. At the age of 25, he's 5'6", so he has an inch and a half on Russell. But they both have the same reach at 64. Russell coming in with 131 rounds of experience. 29, so he's a little older, but in boxing, that's just fine. And 28, one loss to the Lomachenko with 17 KOs. They're both 59% KO ratio for Russell, 54 for Jojo. This is going to be a very interesting fight. From what I've seen on the breakdown, we're going to go with this is going to be an inside or outside fight. Russell will need, I believe, to keep it on the outside. He might be a tad bit quicker. I don't want to say faster. I think he might be quicker with his punches. Well, Jojo, I think, would need to take the fight in the inside. I don't know if he could sit on the outside and box with Mr. Russell. And that's where the chess match in this fight is going to be. Where can Jojo force Russell into an exchange match? Can he get in his chest? Or Russell dictate and control the pace, control the rounds by keeping Jojo on the outside? Leg-wise, I think Jojo has better legs. Even though Russell is good at going in and out, I think Jojo gives himself, when he's in the inside, hops and all, gives himself better angles with his leg movements, taking the proper steps to, give you a 3/4 angle punch. So I'm going with the legs for that purpose. Even though I think Russell uses his legs to be a better back foot fighter, I like the inside adjustments and angles that Jojo does. Defensively, to me, Russell's defense is his outside gap control and his fast hands on offense. I don't think he has a spectacular defense. And Joseph, he's subpar. He's getting better, but he really hasn't had no one with this type of offensive caliber to test his offense. He hasn't really had no one to really use this type of speed on him, the 1-2 jab. So defensively, I'm going to say these guys are even. Russell, he's a nice, like I said, gap control. Jojo gives you some head movement. He ducks down low. He doesn't give you a stationary, still target. But his head is somewhat centered sometimes when he's throwing. Now, offensively, I like Jojo's inside game, but Gary Russell's outside boxing is far superior to me. So that's why I said that's where the chess match lies. Now, I think in order for Jojo, for Jojo to come in here and upset the champion, he's going to have to force the pace, make Gary Russell fight when he doesn't want to. He's going to have to do that Lomachenko blueprint, constantly throw punches at him, throw with him, when Gary Russell goes to back out, keep punching. Don't let Gary Russell take his breaks. You know, he can only a speed fighter likes to be fast and then recollect themselves. You got to be right there when Jojo has to be right there when Gary Russell is resetting himself. He can't allow him to get off his speed combinations and then go back on the outside and recollect. Jojo has to be in the pocket, in his face. Don't give him time to recover, and that's kind of what Lomachenko did. He was always have a punch or some type of, even if the punch wasn't landing, he had some offense in his face, and that's what Jojo's gonna have to do: work the body, go up and down, keep Gary Russell guessing what's coming, and constantly have offense coming. Whereas Russell, he's just gonna have to, work the outside and just pick Jojo off. I said Jojo, he's a tight, compact fighter. He's going to be coming in to get in the inside. So work the gap, feint the jabs, and just catch him maybe with a check. Excuse me. Work the jabs and catch Jojo coming with some check hooks, and just keep him on the outside and keep him centered. Now I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with that Jojo Diaz will survive the onslaught of Russell. I'm going to go with like a 7-5 unanimous decision. I think he's just going to follow the Lomachenko blueprint, keep offense in his face, and giving Russell punches when he wants to take that break and just score points. I think he's going to have, when Russell was trying to escape, I think he's going to have a couple punches that maybe like put Russell's head back. That maybe they won't be as hard, but they're going to look the part. They're going to look exciting punches. And I think he's just going to, like I said, he's going to apply punches when Gary Russell wants to take a rest. He's going to make Russell fight at those moments. Double RT Boxing Show and a new WBC featherweight champion, Jojo Diaz. Thank you for your time and support. Hope you subscribe, give a thumbs up, share the videos. See you on the next episode.